up pointing down instead of at the phone. I need to set the record straight about something. Some people think I'm against people going to church. I am not against church. Yeah, church is dying out, but that was predicted in the Bible. The world can make it without a church. Just the world can't make it without Christ. You can't make it in life without Christ. I mean, some people say they do, but you're really not making it without Christ. But yeah, some people think I'm against church. I'm not against church. I'm just against churches that are not true. I'm against churches that don't preach the truth of the gospel. The ones that say, because there's only one way to Christ. You gotta confess, you know how to do it. Confess that He is Christ, and He died on the sin. He died on the confess that Jesus is the one true Son of God, and He died on the sins and rose again for you and all that. But you have these churches out there that say, you're not just doing that, but you got to do this. You got to live by these rules. You got to do this. And it's nothing to do with Bible doctrine. I have nothing against the churches that, they do it the right way. The ones that are about, the rules that the Bible set in place. But when you have these people out there that say you can't do, like, for example, the church I went to before, they say that you can't drink. The Bible doesn't say you can't drink, it just says don't drink any drunkenness. But yet, because of the preacher used to be an alcoholic, he's teaching the entire church, don't drink at all, period. There's another thing out there. There's people out there that I have seen, too many people out there, they put too much faith in their pastor and their church. They have more faith and more devoted to their pastor and their church than they are God Himself. Too many are freaking blind. Too many are so blind they don't even realize it. They're too blind to realize that, yeah, you be a part of the church, but your life is not your church. Your life is not going into your church. Your life is living for God. Your life is going out there and reaching people for God. It's not about devoting all your time to church. Just because, if you go out there and you don't reach one person for God, but yet you do everything you can. You donate all your money to your church. You're there every time it's open. You work within the church. You organize events. You do this. You're not going to have a greater spot in heaven just because of someone that doesn't go to church. Now, just because someone doesn't go to church doesn't mean they're not saved. Another thing I hate, some of these preachers out there that say, you're not saved if you don't speak in tongues. That's bullcrap. Speaking in tongues is a spiritual gift. Not everybody has it. Not everybody can do it. And I've seen a lot out there that fake it. A whole lot that fake it. Just because they want to look important to the church. So they fake it. And then you got some of those out there where the preachers are sure and they'll call them out on it. But then again, you got some of those preachers out there that don't care. They'll just, spout out something random saying that that's what the person just said in tongues. Like, well, if they don't have the spiritual gift, then how the crap are they doing that? Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. I'm at Sonic. Give me something to drink. I'll be back in a minute. But anyways, like I was saying before, I've actually seen some preachers out there that got all upset and everything because it's like they're crying like the world's coming to an end because the church is falling. Like, well, the world's not coming to an end. It's just the Bible coming more true every day. People are too blind to realize the Bible's being played out so much, but they're too busy in their lives. They're caught up in their church, or what do you want to call it? Like I said, I'm not against going to church. Go to church. Just some people don't, some people don't go to church, but just because they don't go to church don't mean they're not going to make heaven. Don't mean they're going to have a lower space in heaven. You're not better than them because you go to church and they don't. That's what it seems to me like. Most people out there that call themselves a Christian, they're not going to church to worship God and get fed the word like they're supposed to. They go to church to hold it as a status symbol above everyone else's head. I'm better than you because I go to church and you don't. What do you do? Who cares? Show me in the Bible where, it says gather together and all that, but show me in the Bible where it says you are required to go to heaven. In order to go to church, in order to go to heaven, you have to go to church. Or not just any church, you have to go to this church right here located on this street in this town with this pastor. That's something else I've seen. Oh, that church is not that church, so you need to come to my church. No, man, not his church. Come over here to my church. Who gives a crap? No church is better than the other as long as it is a church. Too many Christians out there are too busy debating over crap and not even doing what you're supposed to. That's why doctrine is so screwed up and why man-made religion is the worst thing that ever happened out there. Man-made religion has screwed everything up. course, you got them pastors that argue with each other too. I'm right, you're wrong. Type of crap going on all the time. It's not right. It's not the way it's supposed to be, but hey, it's the way of the world, so. Of course, I've also seen some churches out there that they don't base their ministry off the Bible like they're supposed to. They don't base their ministry off the truth and nothing like that. They base their ministry off of how many people can we entertain this Sunday. I'll be back in a second. I had to go check something real quick, and they ain't got it, dadgummit. This place has always had that real sugar vanilla Pepsi, man. That stuff is amazing. It's really amazing. Gotta tell everybody though, I mean, like, I feel that God has laid it on my heart to bring the word in a new way. Not a bad way, but a new way. A way for fresh eyes and all that, you know, new stuff. Because the old way sometimes doesn't work. Yes, a lot of times the old way works, but sometimes it just doesn't work for today's generation. You know what? I'll be back in a second. I gotta check on something real quick. So, I'll be back in a little bit, y'all. Different than what I wanted to. I don't know why I'm looking back. I got the daggone camera now. Yeah, like I said, I'm not against church. I'm just against churches that don't preach the gospel truth. The ones that feed you what they want to feed you because it's their belief and not what, you know, not the true word. Or the ones that just want to entertain you because the preacher thinks the more people he has in his church, the better off he'll be making it to heaven. I've seen that before too. That's a problem. You know, it's like, instead of reaching people for Christ and doing what we're supposed to, we're too busy arguing about church. We're too busy arguing about so-called religion. We're too busy arguing about this or that or this or that. Who gives a crap? As long as you're living right, you do what you're supposed to do for Christ, it doesn't matter what they do. They don't live like you. Just because they're not living like you and doing everything you do, don't mean they're not going to make heaven. Don't mean they're not good, because face it, we're human. Nobody's more perfect than anybody else. We're all human, we're all screwed up, we're all flawed. By the grace of God, we make heaven anyways. By the grace of God that saves us. It's the blood of Christ that saves us, nothing else. Your church won't save you. Your music won't save you. Your life won't save you. Only God can. I guess that's what the problem is with some people. They think that you have to go to church to get saved. I've seen plenty of people saved outside of church. I've seen more people saved outside of church than I have seen saved in church. Don't get me wrong, it's always good when someone comes to Christ and becomes a follower with us, another child of God. But it doesn't say you have to get saved in church. It doesn't say you have to go to this town, go to this church, where this preacher preaches on this street and this address and get saved here. You don't have to go to this church and go get baptized at this church by this pastor that says this. It's all the same. It's all the same thing. No doctrine's different. See, that's the, you know, we're supposed to live, you know, we're supposed to be worshiping the same God, reading the same Bible, but there's so many different beliefs out there, so many different doctrines, so many different denominations. I can see how someone on the outside looking in is like, where do I go? Where's the truth? You know, because you got Methodists, you got Baptists, you got Pentecost, you got Southern Baptists, you got United Pentecostal, you got Assemblies of God, you got, you know, Methodists, United Methodists, you got, what do you call that place? You got, you know, Seventh-day Adventists, you have Catholic, you have Roman Catholic, you got Protestant, you got Church of the Lutheran, you know, you got Church of this, Church of that. So I could see how someone, like, if you bang it like that in their head and say you have to go to church, you got to go to church, you got to go to church to get saved, you got to go to church, you got to go to church, you know, you just bang it in their head like a lot of people do. I can see how someone on the outside looking in can be confused because there's so many different churches, so many different doctrines and stuff out there. They don't know which way to go, and I hope y'all are hearing this. I'm not recording all this in vain. But yeah, I mean, it's just, the world's so screwed up. Like I tell everybody, you can pray for peace. You can pray for world peace. You can pray for the world to get better. But if you read the Bible, you know that the times we're living in, we are the last generation. And I believe it too. I believe like a lot of other people believe. We are the last generation. I've always believed that I will live to see the rapture. The rapture will happen sometime in my lifetime. I don't know when. I could be completely wrong. But I believe that I will live to see the rapture, whether I was a little kid, teenager, adult, or old man. It doesn't matter. I'm ready for it whenever it happens. anyways, like I was saying though, it's I forgot what I was saying now. My brain just did a fart again. It's just there's so much out there that's it's bad. It's bad. Oh yeah, you can pray for peace. You can pray for the world to get better. You can pray for all this weird weather to stop. You can pray for the earthquakes to stop, sinkholes to stop. It's not going to happen. It's only going to get worse. That is the read the Bible. You ever heard of something called birth pains? That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the birth pains before Christ returns. Pray all you want for it to go away. Pray all you want for it to get better. It's not going to happen. Read the Bible. We need to live by. We need to live. We need to wake up, people. We need to live by Romans 11:13. Go read it. No, 13:11. Romans 13:11. Go read it. You'll see what I mean by that. Go read Romans 13:11. That's the verse we need to live by. Quit sleeping. Wake up. Time to shake up the church and wake them up. Wake them up out of the darkness. Wake them up out of their sleep. Wake them up out of them being so comfortable. We don't need to be comfortable no more. We need to shake everybody up. If you're living comfortable, you got something wrong. If you think you're living, you're comfortable like that, something ain't right. You got something you need to look out for, bro. I hate that bump. That bump. That one time I was coming up here and that bump made my phone fall out and turned the freaking phone out. Well, it made the phone fall out of the case thing here, out of my mount here. And it fell down and turned on the daggone windshield wipers. But yeah, I might record some more here in a bit if I go, get my candy. Just think about it. Romans 13:11. Wake up, people. It's time to wake up. Quit sleeping. Quit, being comfortable. We actually need to get out there and reach people. You need to get out there and find the people that need God. Because a lot of times, they don't come to the church. You can witness and advertise, you can advertise your church all you want. A lot of times, you gotta go find them, they're not gonna come find you. Next time, I bet.